How many jobs out there if you just have a high school diploma?
Very few.
Very few. So some form of higher education, four-year universities, two-year community colleges, trade, technical, vocational training, some form of higher education has to be the goal. And what this school and schools across the country are doing such a great job is building a culture where it's not about graduating from high school, it's about what's the next step on your education journey. And the President's challenged all of us. President Obama said we have to lead the world in percent of college graduates in the next decade. And you guys represent that hope. And so I thank you for your commitment to your own education and what you're doing for your family and will do for your community as you get older. I thank this school and schools around the country for building a culture around college completion, not about just going to college. You're not going to go, you're going to graduate. It took me 5 years to graduate from college, so it might happen for some of you in 3 years or 4 years, it might be 5 or 6, but you have to get that, degree. And you guys are going to help lead the country where we need to go. We have to educate our way to a better economy. I want to thank the staff, the administrators, the partners, the community. This is everybody stepping up. One of the reasons Gear Up has been so successful is everyone has a stake in this and wants to see you be successful. It's my honor to introduce the man who I think is the godfather, or the father of Gear Up, and that's Congressman Fattah. I will tell you, not just in Gear Up, but in everything we're trying to do in education, we don't have a better champion here in Washington, and we don't have a leader with more courage. Many politicians do what's good for them politically. This man here does what's right for children. And Congressman, I just want to publicly let everyone know how much I appreciate your courage, how much I've appreciated your guidance and wisdom with me. And we have a chance to dramatically improve the quality of education in the country. We have to do that, and we don't have a better partner anywhere than Congressman Fattah. Please give him a round of applause.
Let me thank President Obama for his appointment of Secretary Duncan. The President picked wisely a Secretary of Education who would, I think, focus on the next generation and not just the next election. And there's some difficult choices that have been made, but all of them geared towards helping young people. I think the Secretary and his team have done an extraordinary job. During the campaign, the President went out to a public school in Denver and said he wanted to have really a focus on a program like Gear Up, because, you know, since President Clinton signed this into law 11 years ago, millions of young people have been involved in the Gear Up program around the country. I have visited with Gear Up students in Oklahoma and Wichita, Kansas, and California, in South Carolina and Boston, but there are literally millions and millions of young people who have benefited through Gear Up. In my home city of Philadelphia, there are some 46 schools, thousands of young people involved in Gear Up. I know we have some young people from our state capital, the Harrisburg area, who are part of this Gear Up celebration today. Gear Up, you know, if you just Google it, you will see the hundreds of programs around the country. People are excited. You have governors today, and like Governor Kelly Barber in the state of Mississippi, who has come out to set up not just Gear Up Day, Mississippi, he wants to have Gear Up Week in Mississippi. They got 40 schools, 9,000 young people involved. But what we know now, after more than 11 years, is that Gear Up works in 49 states and 3 territories, whether on Native American reservations in South Dakota or in rural parts of Indiana or in urban cities, or involving charter schools like right here. This is one of the finest charters anywhere in the country, and doing a great job. And that's why we're here today, because we want to have young people who are involved with Gear Up know how important this is to the country's future. When we finish the census, you're going to find that a college degree is worth more than $1.3 million in lifetime earnings increase over those with just a high school diploma. So, you know, we're almost talking about $1.5 million more over your lifetime of earnings with a college degree. Much more important than you making a living is your ability to make a difference. And the Secretary has laid out a goal to have America be #1 in the world in the number of adults with a college degree. There's no way that happens without programs like Gear Up being the success that they are. We have over 600,000 young people in Gear Up today. And I want to thank the Secretary. I want to thank Hector, Garza, who's here, and NCCEP for their great work. But the Gear Up program is run by the staff and the project directors across the country. You're going to hear from some of the students and some of the staff today. This is a great way to kick off a National Gear Up Day celebration. So thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. And I want to thank the Friendship Charter for hosting us here in Washington, D.C.
Here at Friendship, we want to say thank you for coming to focus on what our young people are doing here. Friendship is a school with a college-going culture. We have, for the past 4 years, had 100% of our students accepted into college upon graduation. We have a 96% graduation rate. This is hugely important. It is because of programs like Gear Up that we are able to provide the programs and services for the young people to pursue this type of education. We thank you for coming to our school.
I would now like to introduce Miss Dana Hassan from Pennsylvania. Diane.
Oh, that's fine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I want to say good morning, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity to have